Hello, and we are back on the Youth Platform, and it is my awesome privilege as always to have all of you dear viewers of KStv Uganda from all over the world in Kampala at large. So, thank you very much for being here, and it is an awesome Saturday morning. We have finished briefing a bit about the highlights of the week in the previous segments, and talked about a little bit about mental health. And as always, we have a very wonderful guest that we would love to introduce to you today, and let him present himself, just for the owner, His Excellency. Please, present yourself.
Thank you so much. My name is Aineplani Major.
Okay.
I'm the 21st Girl President, Kampala International University. As well, I'm a law student.
Oh.
And beyond being a student, I'm also an author. And recently, last year, I launched my second book, The Winds of Change.
Wow.
Oh, I actually remember that. I saw the book launch event.
Yes. Yeah, it was in Kamaragala, and the chief guest was Honorable Minister David Bahati.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
This is so cool, guys. Are you not seeing the kind of amazing guests that we have? We have so much fun stuff to talk about. Aside from those of you that are very interested in university, because I know so many people are waiting for next month for application portals for university.
Oh, actually, the one from other universities are already open.
Oh,
you can check them out.
Oh, yeah, Makere opens next month. But so many people have so many questions, university life, about also guild presidents, because so many guild races.
Yeah, very many actually.
On social media with very many famous celebrities asking certain schools, hey, can you please open these elections for us to also come and vote?
Yeah.
We want to vote. So being a guild president needs it takes a lot of time, energy, skill. But how does one even reach the position to say, let me be guild president? How did that work for you?
That is a bit different from what happens where we come from.
Okay.
You know, being at the university, you're campaigning among the elites, among the intellectuals, among the people who are educated.
Yeah.
True.
Actually, I think around 85% of the people in universities, they all qualify either to be members of parliament or even to be presidents of the country.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So you're campaigning in such a society, and they expect you to be higher than them in whatever thing you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
So it becomes a bit different. That's why you've seen the races at Makere and all other universities become different from what people think they appear like.
They become so big.
Yeah, you see people win and you say, wow, the public couldn't think this person was the one going to win. So it becomes a bit different. The demands of young people are far away from the demands of people in our localities where we come from.
Okay.
Yes. So being a guild president, one, it's something big. Actually, losing the candidature of a guild president is just something weird. Because
But you can't
it gives you a backslide in your life. And while you win, it of course elevates your status and puts you in another level.
Exactly.
Yes. So being a guild president, personally, being at KIU, I thought I would change very many things.
Oh, okay.
And changing something in the government needs you to be part of the government. It's hard to change a process
When you're not a part of the people making
part
those
of that
decisions.
system. Yes, exactly. So it needed me to be there to change what I wished to change. Just like I had launched my book, The Winds of Change. I said, let me transfer these winds of change
To
in
the
KIU.
university.
Younger people.
Yes.
So how much luck and success have you had to making some of these changes in your school?
Definitely, I thank the Almighty God, because it begins
Amen.
with God.
Yeah.
You can't change anything without God. And I think what I wanted to change, I have really tried as much as possible. Because when I came at KIU, I wished it to be like any other university.
Exactly.
And KIU is the best private university in Uganda. and
Same,
the
I
best
actually
private
got to find
university
that out
in
as
East
well.
Africa.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
really?
I went to KIU, and while I was a fresher, I didn't see the trade bazaar. It pissed me off. I said, no. I can't live in a university where they do not have a trade bazaar, where they do not have
For those people that
freshers'
don't
ball.
know now, what are these things for people that are in high school?
Yeah.
A trade bazaar is a moment at KIU. It takes, in my regime, I set it for 2 weeks. It is, of course, a special moment where freshers come in and buy whatever thing they want to buy. Because
like
when
they
they go
have
in
stores
town,
and stuff.
yes, you find
okay.
different companies, different business people come inside. Then we have exclusive entertainment. In my time,
I remember they
brought
even
Fig
bring
Fameka
high schools
very
and all
many
that.
other
Oh,
artists.
so you organize that for kids. Wow, guys, that's so cool.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
And then also, we didn't have freshers ball, and we missed such moments. You know, in a university setting, I had universities down in the villages. They used to have freshers ball, so it kept haunting me as a person. I said, no, I have to change something. Then we used to see Miss Makere, Miss Chambogo, and KIU didn't have Miss KIU.
True.
So I drew very many things on the paper, and I found they were lacking in the system of KIU.
Yeah.
And at least I'm happy, thank God. Actually, yesterday, it's when we coronated our Miss and Mr. KIU for the first time.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes, I had it yesterday.
Congratulations to them wherever they are.
I've really caused very many impactful changes at KIU, and that was the reason why I ran for girl presidency.
Okay, wow. So guys, for those of you that are watching, maybe you're in first year, or maybe that's a dream of yours.
You're getting inspired.
To be moving into girl president. It's something that, like, it's a title which you have to be invoking, like, winds of change, as we are quoting. You have to be able to
you
make,
know, while
to
we
do
were
something
young,
different.
we used to say, when I grow up, I will be the president. But unfortunately, since I was born, the president has not changed yet.
Yeah.
But I'm lucky at least I'm a girl president.
Guys, like, you'll never know. So many many other different questions. Like, do you have to take certain courses to be girl president, or anyone can run?
Definitely, every other person can run. Though at times I think at KIU it's been a good play for the law students. I think for consecutive
The law
like,
students
we'll
just have the better luck.
Yes.
It's not better luck. I think they're just trained for it better because it's more of like a lawful game. If someone's asking you about policy, obviously someone that's doing like journalism and someone that's doing law who has the better chance of understanding
And
policy
of course, definitely
better.
also in what we study, just like the rule of law, separation of powers, they are more much political. So it invokes our political, you know.
That's what we're saying.
Yes.
But guys, let it not dishearten you
Indeed.
if you wanted to be guild president and
And you're doing
for
agriculture.
example, if you guys have been following the race at Moobs, turn around, look around, man. Well, if you guys have been watching
Bro,
these things,
Saidi we actually had Kanuga previously.
and we love that. Also, one day we'll also get Walakira so we can talk about it. Walakira is a marketing major and he's just taking internet by storm. So guys, let it not thingy you. Let's talk a bit about university life. Aside from being president, so many people want to come to university and they don't know what they're going to expect. They don't know how to...
What's going to happen? What is university life like for the people that are coming fresh in, and probably people that have already been there, but it doesn't feel like anything is happening.
So, like, what would you describe university life to be like?
University life is a bit different from high school.
Yeah.
When you're in high school, you hear about what happens at the university. Then when you get into the university, you come with a bit of excitement.
True.
Because they have told you what is in the university setting.
Depending on who tells you.
One, of course, definitely in high school, you're indoors. All you're managed by your parents.
Yeah.
Then
Your
at
controlled
campus,
environment.
you graduate to an independent life. And then guess what? Independent life handles you well. The first weeks, you have what to eat. The last month of the first semester, you don't have what to eat. Maybe at times your parents are not doing well, and you start saying what they told me is not what I'm finding here. And then at times, especially the boys, find we're so much excited to find what happens in the bars and the clubs. You know, in high school, you've been told in class there are very good bars, there are very good clubs, and you want to explore what happens in the clubs.
Yeah.
Not until you go there and you lose a phone, and then you... So campus life, it's actually a learning scope. You learn from every moment.
Okay.
Because once they don't take your phone, you won't learn that holding your phone maturely is also important.
Wow.
You don't have to talk on phone while you're in a judge. It brings discipline into you.
Yeah.
And everything has its own time. Then books definitely, because in high school they tell you, read hard because you will chill when you reach at campus.
You will chill.
No, when you reach campus, you want to chill, but you still have to what?
When you reach
You
at
have to
campus,
study.
you want to chill. Law students, you have a lot of acts to read.
Yeah.
So you
Lots of
can't
cap.
chill. You find now actually you shift from being pressurized by your teachers
To being
now
pressured by
to
yourself.
being pressurized by yourself because you have courseworks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And if you don't do them, you get retakes.
And of course, please
I know
explain
what-
these terminologies for young people.
Of course, courseworks, I would say they are like tests.
Yeah.
Just like at KIU, you call them continuous assessment tests.
All right.
Yes. Then,
I think that's what they even call them in
in
the
high
new
school.
curriculum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's different from high school where you get 44. Maybe you still have hopes for the future. At campus 44, it is a retake.
Anything lower than 50 is not a pass.
Yes, of course. You have to repeat your paper. And then if you have 3 retakes, then they give you a step put. A step put, you have to again, study.
You redo the year.
You redo the year.
Wow.
So you find yourself, you're pressurized. Even when you're in the bar, you think about your book.
So, I mean, this is, I think, the most honest that we've heard. For those of you that people come and they say, no, university is nice, you get to do your own things.
It's terrible.
You guys, it means that you have to read. First of all, that's actually disappointing for someone that has been so excited to go to university, so I can also chill, because books can beat, but
To me, I would love to ask a bit about your background. Where did you come from? What has built you to become the person you are? Like, what high school did you go through, or what was your high school experience? What has, consecutively built the man that we're seeing here today?
I think mostly built by public speeches. I used to be a debater in my high school. And I've been the leader, by the way, I think since P1. I've been the leader. I've grown through ranks. If it means being a head prefect, I've become a head prefect. So through all those ranks and ranges, I grew up thinking about being a leader, changing. Wherever I am, I see something to change. I see how about we do this better than this.
Exactly.
So it always makes me think that being a leader is something that can aid me to change what I want to change. So while I was in high school, I became a head prefect. Then when I became a head prefect, what's maybe special about me in my life, I plan ahead. Just like my name, Aineplani Major, I always don't like, be shaming my name. So I like planning ahead. While I am in high school, I write something and I say, what next after high school? If I am in year 1, I contested for chief fresher in year 1. So after I put a question mark, what next? So it always helps me to move in life. So my secondary life, I was here in Kla. I think that also shaped me a lot. So that when I go to a university, I am not excited.
Oh, because you've experienced
Because I
life
have
in the
already
city.
experienced maybe a concert where King Saha is, where Victor Maker is. When you come from maybe some other district, you want to go and see who is King
Who is
Saha.
doing these things.
Then they take your phone from there, you get a good slap, then tomorrow,
Okay, so what else, like, in terms of, like, maybe, like, faith that has been able to, like, keep you grounded?
Oh, yeah, I'm a very strong believer. I don't miss church every Sunday if I am okay. Because I believe whatever I do is by God's grace.
Amen.
So even when I am not feeling well, my only hope is a prayer. I get my Bible, I read. And I actually encourage any other person to be there, to love the Bible. I think it has helped me much in life. Because I'm this person who has been through life at my age, and I don't know the taste of Nile, I don't know the taste of ego, I don't know the taste of all that. Because I recall in high school, I was about to take, because people used to tell me, you're not a man if you don't take liquor. So I almost became a man.
So up to now you're still a boy.
No. I later realized that alcohol does not make you a man.
It doesn't.
What you do
really doesn't.
makes you a man.
Exactly.
But by that time they would say, you're a man and you don't take alcohol.
So he's talking about the pressures, like, of peer pressure. And do these kinds of pressures decrease or increase when you reach university?
They increase.
They increase.
And how would
they
you
increase? And actually, if you're not careful with your circle, it becomes a life problem. Because the people you get at campus, they are going to be your business partners, they are going to be your lawyers, they're going to be your doctors. So if you find in your circle you don't have people who will help you in life and in the future, then you find your circle is not helping you.
So what kind of advice would you give to people that are going to university? And these are people that are strong in their belief and they don't want to succumb to such kinds of pressures. What kind of advice would you have for them?
Most people actually they think, oh, my days when I go to campus, like I'm going to become wild and I'm going to.
So what kind of advice would you have to keep these people grounded?
Of course, one, they have to be strong in faith. What do I mean by being strong in faith? Not being shaken by the ventures of the world.
Exactly.
Because you're going to come at campus, you have 10 friends. 9 of them are going to tell you, no, let's go to the bar. You must be having that strong faith to resist that kind of peer.
Exactly.
Because 9 people versus 1, definitely very many always fall victims.
To the name.
Yes, they end up going into what they wouldn't have gone. So one, you must be God-fearing. That's my principle. I always have 3 principles. One is God-fearing, then discipline, then maybe academics comes thirdly. Because if I fear God and I have discipline, then I get to know what I have to do.
Exactly.
I consult all the people. You know, I get research so that I don't maybe find myself in something I'm not prepared for. And mostly I always look at the impacts. That think twice before you act.
Exactly.
What I'm going to do, what is the impact of this? Yes, I'm going out in the night. What could be the impact?
And
So
what's going to
even if I
happen
go
to me?
there, I go there knowing the risks I am taking and ready to maybe take on with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is so guided, guys. For those of you that now that you were scared, or maybe you didn't know some of these things, you think that you're going to go to campus and become a problem, not knowing that there are dangers of stealing your phone. For women, there's so many dangers of, you know, being raped or being kidnapped or all kinds of things.
Sure.
Now we're able to sit and understand them and also learn a few principles.
But I think also what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So for you to be a strong person, you must pass through all this.
Like,
you must stay hungry for at least a night.
I mean, oh yes, guys, we'll find campus problems.
Indeed.
I don't think you run
that
away
was
from
that was
them.
that was I think, to me, genuinely, that was very beautiful, and I really appreciate that we have the opportunity to give our viewers this sort of hands-on information, and it is always our privilege to do this. But it doesn't end from just listening, you know. It is something that you actually have to toil upon and actually think about and really, really, really put in practice. Because some of these things, until you are the one that experiences them, you genuinely will not.
You won't learn.
You won't learn. So, as we're closing the show today, do you have any last remarks that you would tell our viewers? Something small that you'd love to carry on from here?
Especially, I have to send the message to young people. I a bit believe, especially in Uganda, we've been a bit crippled somewhere by the education system, where you find you are 25 years, you're 27 years, you're 28 years, and you still call home for a t-shirt, for a pen, for a book. So my message is that let's have more much of hands-on. Whether you're a lawyer, whether you're a doctor, have something you can do with your hands, or have some other side hustle rather than basing on your profession. You might be a lawyer, but at KIU we have more than 2,000 law students. Very many.
Oh, really?
And we have a few courts in Uganda, and we have other universities teaching law in the country. So it means we must build ourselves
Not have backup plans.
to avoid blaming the government that we are unemployed. We can do better with our own hands-on. By the time you wait for a government job, you're doing something. Or actually, you can create other jobs for other people. So let's not overthink about getting employed, but let's think about employing others. You can only employ others if, of course, you have the skills and maybe you are entrepreneurial in nature.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I hope you guys have learned something from that. I think this has been very important. Maybe you guys also want to digest this and watch this interview again. We have a repeat every Sunday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. because it's the Youth Platform show. This has been an amazing show, guys. We've learned a lot. We've listened a lot. I would like to say that there's a lot of stuff that I've picked, guys. I'm one of those people that's careless in town to just hold their phones, and now I've learned that let me hold it like I have you know, reason to hold it, except on the board. I've never seen anybody to hold a phone on the board. I'm not one of them. Don't think.
I do, but like I'll change.
You should change. They will nab that phone of yours. So guys, don't forget, if you guys want to come and catch us on our socials, you can find me, Shana Mwesige, everywhere. Which social media platforms can they find you?
X, I use, of course, Aineplani Major. Even TikTok, Aineplani Major. That's my name everywhere.
All right.
And same where can they find you?
You can find me on all my social platforms, X as well. You can find me on everywhere. My name is Yoshosem, and you can see it right down there.
And if you guys want to start watching KStv and you're like, Shana, this is so much work, we don't have the time to be watching TV, especially if you're in campus and you don't have television, the KStv mobile app is on the Google Play Store and coming to the App Store very, very soon. So you guys can be able to come and stream our shows wherever you are. Coming up next is the Lumba Sports Show, and we're going to be listening to a lot of fun sport things, especially if that's what you're interested in. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be catching you guys next weekend. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.